Welcome back to Jesters of Ravenloft, where a group of comedians tried to escape the horrors of the mists. After the robots saved the burning church, the troupe tried to get their bearings. Shadow Nemesis convinced Denton Arthur to make a robot suit for the Doctor Deputy. The squire voiced his excitement about shooting villagers. Dell and Tyler realized they would have to be the ones to teach the squire to be a better person. And New Rogue was incensed by the injustice of Shadow Nemesis being rewarded with a gun from the mists. But the troupe soon learned from Ezra that mysterious beings known as the Watchers are the ones giving these gifts. Can the troupe entertain the Watchers and avoid getting reported to the agents of the Dark Powers? I doubt it.
Four comedians of the sketch troupe Wet Change were performing at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival when they were sucked through mysterious mist into Ravenloft by the god Ezra, who spoke to Tyler through a laurel wreath, a Roman-style crown that he wore upon his brow. They successfully battled their way through a collection of monsters, each of them becoming a dd&d class, and each of them being cursed with some kind of monstrous power that has given them a gift, but also at a terrible price. Guy Bradford died. He doesn't remember who he is anymore, so he's taken on the name New Rogue. Become a cleric of the god Ezra, protecting his friends, determined to convert strangers, do good things, and generally just try to be an excellent human because he assumes Guy Bradford must have been. Tyler became a blade-singing wizard, meaning he is a wizard that likes to punch things and hit things with swords. He was trained by an abusive homeless man named Tyler Hecklin, so whenever Tyler enters combat, he ends up journeying back to Hecklin Place, a trash-filled alley where he pictures whatever he is fighting and whoever he is fighting as multiple varied versions of his trainer. Dell became Ravenloft's first visual bard. She's using her visual art skills along with a magical stylist to be able to draw in the air and bring her magic to life. And Adam, who became Shaddam, who became, I want to say Adam Nemesis. I know it wasn't that, but he became Shadow Nemesis in the end. He has become a barbarian who is following the path of the hill giant. So when he gets mad, he gets big. And Adam is possessed by a symbiote a la Venom. Tyler has turned into a giant green person with horns who has a pinky he can remove and leave places. And Dell is able to speak with ghosts. So they all have spooky powers. Guy, or New Rogue as the case may be, lost his arms from the elbow to the end of his arms, and from his knees down, he has ghostly spectral limbs that hurt anyone and anything he touches. He's been desperately trying to find gloves or anything else that won't melt. No luck so far. Our heroes worked together along with a bone horse named Rumple Foreskin, who is a horse. I mean, bone horse followed by the foreskin joke is not clear for new people. It's a skeletal horse fueled by fire that was named Rumple Foreskin by chat. Joined the party, is one of the friends of the group, and Shadow Nemesis, while in the previous realm, tried to raise a daughter of someone that he murdered to become his own evil protege alongside a squire. When he took on the mantle of the Black Knight, he killed one squire, then he got a second one. Unfortunately, when he became the Dark Lord, they killed the biggest bad of the first realm, only to discover that in Ravenloft, each domain is run by a Dark Lord, some grand evil figure, and the entire domain lives in a dreamlike state of trying to become a nightmare that preys on the weaknesses of this Dark Lord and makes them truly miserable. It's kind of a personalized hell. And when Shadow Nemesis took over, it became his personalized hell. So everyone turned on him. They were all ready to kill him. There was a donkey kicking an effigy of him in the balls in the center of town. Very hard for him. So our heroes left that realm, having achieved their first goal. And it turns out from Ezra, each of them needs to become a Dark Lord. Entering into a new realm, they were traveling through a forest full of trees with faces in them. They stumbled upon a strange goblin named the Nilbog, who asked them if they wanted to go to a cottage or a farm. They chose cottage. They went over there, and they all got turned into dolls by dolls who had body-swapping needles. So they fought their way back, reclaimed their bodies, and unfortunately, the only person who didn't get one was the last squire outside of the realm where all of the squires hate Adam, the Doctor Deputy, who was killed by Shadow Nemesis. Shadow Nemesis killed the body and then blamed it on Ezra. So the Doctor Deputy thinks it was Ezra. The Doctor Deputy is now trapped in a doll. Our heroes continued onwards, having escaped and battled those dolls, to discover Protection Town. A small, idyllic town protected by robots, some with flamethrowers, some flying through the sky with massive rifles, and a nice, idyllic town run by a man named Denton Arthur, who had built these robots to protect the town and is in conversation with the rest of the realm. Our heroes were attacked by an evil demon who flew down and basically threatened them, determining that New Rogue had to be the chosen one because New Rogue was both religious and humble. Just, the classic start of a myth. creating 4 evil versions of themselves that have been teleported through the realm by lightning. Working with Denton Arthur, our heroes are hoping to discover where their evil doppelgangers have been and be able to make their way towards this evil demon named Acer Sanguine, to be able to defeat this Dark Lord and have one of them take the throne here, furthering their path back to Earth. Denton Arthur tried to give New Rogue some gloves and accidentally blew up his workshop and almost died, but got him a stone. And then Shadow Nemesis befriended Denton, who it turned out was struggling with faith and atheism after having lost his wife and the village to the darkness around him and being unable to protect them. So, despite a warning from Tyler, Denton Arthur is building a robot body for Dr. Deputy so he can fly through the air and shoot a gun. Only the Dr. Deputy, as a historically evil minion, immediately declared he would use this to murder villagers and anyone who's not like him. At which point, Shadow Nemesis took him away. New Rogue kind of gave up and was like, he's going to make mistakes, but I'll help him when he falls. And Tyler was like, that's not enough of a plan. And he and Del tried to figure out what they were going to do, whereupon Tyler turns to Ezra, who he can still speak with through his horns, his body, his self, and discovered that no one knows exactly what is the fate of Dr. Deputy because this little minion was brought off of his chosen path and outside of his realm. So can these heroes make Dr. Deputy good? Maybe, maybe not. Can they make themselves good? Maybe, maybe not. Super satisfying time for everybody. Oh, yeah. Also, a church blowed up and it made New Rogue real sad. And Shadow Nemesis has a gun because Chet gave Shadow Nemesis a gun with 7 bullets in it last episode. Thanks, Chet. For those who've been around before, you'll now see that there is a new channel points reward. Someone had asked for this previously. So you can either buy a spooky success or fearful failure that will pop up wherever narratively, or for additional points, you can buy one specifically for a specific player character. If there is someone you want to send success or failure to in the wilderness. And then there is one other thing that we are going to add. I know we started adding inspiration as a bits reward. And I'm going to ask all of our players if you could all just remove your headsets for just a moment so I can talk to chat without spoiling it for all of you. Okay.
Okay. Here I go.
So, the mists give, but the mists also take away. And I love to give you all a way to increase the chaos of what is happening, which is why Laura is going to be adding a new kind of bit school that has not existed previously that is called perspiration. And it is, let's just say, the opposite of inspiration. Instead of rolling with advantage, perspiration can cause disadvantage on a roll. And it shows up with a little bit of chaos. So if someone has perspiration, why would they ever use it, you ask? Because they don't get to choose whether or not they use it. It becomes a D6 roll if they're trying to cash in inspiration and also have perspiration to see what is used. So all of you can now not just choose people you want to succeed, you can perhaps add a soupçon of failure to their whole little journey. So perspiration will show up as bits goals as well to try to balance out all the chaos, because the mist can't just give. It's Ravenloft. There always has to be a little bit of a way to make things complicated. So now you know, and if it comes up on air, you can all see our lovely players react to something that they have no idea is going to happen. So I know Laura's going to make that active now so that all of you can see that. And I am just going to check. Oh, where's my pencil? There we go. And our poll results has come in, which is excellent. And I can summon back our players. Put them back on, friends. Majestic. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back.
Oh boy.
Thank you. Oh my.
We can now...
I'm scared.
We can now hide chat for all of you if you still have it showing.
I have it hidden.
Wonderful. And everybody's got their dice. Everybody's got their character sheets.
Yeah.
Do we get a hint at what you talked about or no?
Oh, not at all, sir.
We get a
not
hint.
even a little bit.
Oh, it's a gun
Facial.
dice. It's a gun dice. It's like, how many guns do we get? Roll a D6.
It's called
and
Guns Show.
6 guns. That's it.
Gotta redo the logo. Guns of Ravenloft.
Yeah, I like it. Everyone's name has like gun in it somehow.
Thanks, Chad.
Gun Bradford works very well.
Gun.
Ooh.
One bouncing it off, yeah.
These are all the important things. All right. We've reached that time. It's time to return to Ravenloft. Tyler, you have heard definitively from Ezra that even Ezra does not know what is going to happen to the Dr. Deputy, the same way that Ezra does not know what is going to happen to you. You are talking with Dell, trying to sort out if there is something that can be done about this Dr. Deputy who is determined to kill everything different than itself and is about to get a robot body and a gun. What do you say to her?
Dell, I just had Ezra in my head again, basically saying like he has no idea what's going to happen with this Dr. Deputy situation. I can tell you, you and me, boots on the ground here, actually seeing it, like seems like he's going to hurt people unless we do something. Do you think there's any way we could convince Adam to talk him into, reeling it in a bit? Because it seemed like Adam told him like, don't attack family. And he's just like we're family. And that was that we were good to go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it's the glass half full is not knowing how things are going to pan out is better than knowing he's stuck evil forever. The glass half empty, we could talk to Adam, but I've had multiple talks with him and they stick for like 10 minutes and then it kind of just goes away. So I would say we're in an empty town. There's no villagers to shoot. If it comes up, we should, get on it right away. But if we talk to Adam about it now, I feel like he might just forget.
So we got to wait. He's like...
I mean, we could try to have a, group chat before bed tonight.
Denton is building the machine for Dr. Deputy. Maybe we can put some safeties in or something like that. A request that there's like something about
like a kill switch or something.
Or even just like, don't attack like non-combatants, fail safe. I don't know what these machines are capable of. The ones with the flamethrowers knew not to attack us.
Well, yeah, maybe that's what it needs to be is like the whole we protect the town. Maybe it's like a robot that we protect the party or something.
Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah. Okay. Do you want to come with me on this, or are you find a spot to shelter up?
What do you want to do, New Rogue?
Again, I think the little scamp has to find his own way, and the more we try to interfere, the more we'll just cause, unwanted results. I think I just need to stretch my legs. I need to go, just walk around, clear my head, because there's a lot bumping around in there right now.
Sure. Okay. Do you want to see if you can find us a place to hang out?
Sure. Yeah. I'll keep my eyes open while I'm surveying the town, going for my little walk.
Okay. Here, I'll send Ivan with you. Oh. Ivan, go with New Rogue and
just go with him.
Yeah, and just see about kind of like what's good in the area for a base or a shelter for us.
Sure, man. That's cool. I'll go with him, I guess. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Goodbye.
He just
flies off your horn and stays with New Rogue. So two of you are going back to talk with Denton Arthur about trying to add kill switches to the robots, which is thumbs up. And then we've got New Rogue going for a walk with Ivan. Shadow Nemesis, you walked off burping a doll because he kept yelling, I think, war crimes over and over again, and you did not want him to cause conflict with the group. What is your actual plan?
Well, I think because we were talking about it before about finding a base. So I think maybe while I'll do this. I'll climb up a wall and I'll go on a roof, and I want to find like the spookiest house. Like, what's the scariest looking house in town?
Okay,
so that could be like our base.
So you're hunting for Scary House. New Rogue's going for a walkabout, and the other two are going to Denton Arthur. Weirdly enough, can you all roll me initiative? I think this is the only way we're going to decide who does what.
All right. That's a natural 20.
It's a 21 for me.
Yeah, total of 21 for me also, yeah.
Total of 17 for me.
18.
All right. Shadow Nemesis is going last.
Wow.
This never happens. But the first group is going in to talk to Denton Arthur. So luckily, you're within 120 feet of his workshop as you come back to see robots have already reconstructed most of the interior, reorganized it. They're sweeping up the little ones. And you're seeing some of the stronger ones with their turbine backpacks flying in window replacements that are being mounted at the various floors of the workshop. You can step inside. The door isn't locked. And you can see Denton is already working, building a new robot frame.
Okay.
Wow. Robots work fast. That's
Denton, this is amazing.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a whole village worth of robots just kind of looking after just me. So,
wow.
Yeah. Can I help you with anything? Obviously, I'm working here and I'm going to be meeting you about that finger later.
Right. Yeah. Thank you for that. So Shadow Nemesis came to talk to you about building a robot for his little friend.
I mean, it was sort of my idea. I don't know if I'd say it was his idea. Can you guys roll me a perception? You don't need to. He rolled a 4. That's a dog shit line. You can tell.
Okay. I don't think you're telling us the truth, but that's okay. I don't know
lived
why
with him for a long time. It's fine. I just don't want to get
why you want to do that.
Trouble. He seems reasonable.
He seems reasonable, really.
Honestly, after you guys left, it felt like maybe he needed to be in a less judgmental place, and then you could really get heard.
Oh.
Okay.
I mean, that's just based on what I was getting from him. I'm not. I don't know right or wrong in your group. You guys got to do what you got to do. I mean, you've got a lot of drama for none of you being the chosen one. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's fair. Speaking of hearing things, we heard from Dr. Deputy the name of Shadow Nemesis's little buddy that you're building a robot suit for. He's really excited about it. He's looking forward to, in his words, fly around and shoot villagers.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. He comes from a very bad place, the last realm we were in, and we kind of brought him along. Shadow Nemesis took a liking to him right away. But he's I don't know if this makes any sense to you. If I say he's a squire, does that mean anything to you?
So he's assisting a knight. Yeah, I assumed he's kind of an assistant to the big guy with the underwear on his helmet.
Right, yes. So prior to that, he was assistant to a pretty boilerplate, like, evil knight. Just like a full-on bad guy who told us he would kill us.
Wow.
In like one night's time or something like that. We managed to kind of turn the tables on him there, but one of his squires joined us because he seemed to just like have like a whole like evil streak about him, but he was like on their own. These squires seem kind of like funny and harmless until, of course, they start saying things like, I'm going to shoot villagers in the head, or I'm going to kill people who are different from me because they're the enemy.
Oh, so this is like the first time he said stuff like that? You haven't heard any of these things before?
Well, he generally talks about like how he like respects power and being evil, and it's just been kind of easy enough to take those values and manipulate them into being like, hey, it would be really evil helping this old lady cross the road, kind of as an example, not actually something that happened. But basically, he's been a helpful little guy with us this whole time, but giving him a means to be more effective in terms of combat, he seems really excited to just slaughter people, which we hadn't really given him the opportunity to do that before. And so I'm just coming to you, we're coming to you with some concerns about that. We see that your machines here have some kind of ability to discern like who's a Frankenstein monster and who is just like a regular, well, I say regular with my big horns and green skin, but regular person. Out in the woods, they knew not to burn us with flamethrowers. Is there anything that you're planning to or can now incorporate into this Dr. Deputy vessel to maybe make sure that the guns don't fire at innocent people?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be complicated because I think you lot are looking to do some traveling, which always means there's going to be some more variety in terms of who you're going to meet. That you might, some people might seem like monsters and be good. Some people might seem good and be monsters. But
well, what did you say, Del? You said like a perfect thing for this. Protect.
Oh, well, because since you have the robot set up to protect the town, I figured if it was set up to protect the party, then maybe it would only attack people who attack us first.
Okay, so you want it to be to protect the party, people attack the party, then otherwise no robot body.
Otherwise, no guns.
No guns. All right, this is making sense to me. This is making sense to me on the scale of things. I think.
And look, I just want to put out there, I don't like that we've got this thing of like we're putting you between two.
Yeah, we're triangulating you.
People's
Sorry.
interests. I don't like that. We will be talking to Shadow Nemesis about this also. But in the event that talks with him don't go anywhere, we wanted to do our best to ensure the safety of other people.
Yeah, can you roll me a persuasion?
Yeah. Me or Del or me and Del?
You and Del, what's your persuasion modifier?
It is +4.
Add that on top of your regular one.
Okay, mine is +0, so thank you very much, Del. That's a natural 20, +4.
You know what? Sometimes the place you got to be is at the corner of a triangle. It's the strongest shape. So we'll keep everybody safe to the absolute best we can. And I will figure out this programming to the best of my ability. And as he says this, Del, you feel the mists swirl up around you.
Do I?
Can you roll me a d6?
Ooh.
I'm warming it up. First. It's a 2.
Oh.
You know,
guns for everyone.
almost like Adam is good at those and not me.
What were we even rolling for? What was that?
You don't see any consequence now, but you will at some point in the future.
Yeah.
But you leave this
Great to me.
conversation. You leave this conversation feeling more confident. You built a triangle and you have some safeguards being put in place, which is why it is unsettling for both of you as you step through the door. And it's also unsettling for you, Shadow Nemesis, as you hunt for an evil place. And for you, New Rogue, as you begin your walkabout, because the mists swirl up from beneath each of you and wrap around your feet. And instead of the times where you felt buoyed, where you felt more confident, where you were given inspiration, you all suddenly feel clammy and short of breath and a little bit nervous. As the Watchers give each of you 1 point of what I am calling perspiration. It is the opposite of inspiration. It makes things worse. It means you roll with disadvantage. And you may be asking yourselves, why would I ever want to use something that would make me roll disadvantage? And that's the thing, because the line between heroism and cowardice is so close. If you have a point of perspiration and a point of inspiration, and you try to use inspiration, you have to roll a d6. And on a 4+, you are inspired. But on a 1 to 3, you have disadvantage instead, and you burn a point of perspiration as panic comes to you instead of bravery.
God. Oh. Can we burn perspiration intentionally?
In moments of great stress, yes, I will allow that.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So you can't be like, oh, I really want to find a place to get a coffee.
Nope.
Perspiration. I can find
It's
one.
got to be the kind of role where you would use inspiration. So just know the future is bright. Okay. The future is terrible. Sometimes it's a little bit of both. And we'll find out what this future is right after this commercial break.
Thanks, Chad.
I'm wet from perspiration.
Oh.
New Rogue, you are walking through town as a chill from the grave settles over you, but then you are back to walking. You have a cute bat fluttering around you who has constellations within his wings. And you are walking through town. Is there anything specific that you're looking for? Like, are you just thinking, what's this walk for you?
Well, a lot of revelations from last time. One, these watchers in the mist, they seem to have powers that kind of usurp almost in some ways Ezra himself. Mm-hmm. You have Adam trying to change me for the worse. You have my luck kind of running out. But, trying to just, put one foot in front of the other, trying to still find a nice big place. The church is a no-go right now. I mean, it has some of the walls still standing. Thank you, watchers. But no, just basically just trying to see what will be activated as I walk, and clear my mind. And I see Ivan, and I'm just like, I don't have a lot of conversations with people outside of our, even within our party, like little creatures like this. So I think I might just have one with him.
Great. So you are walking. For this walk, could you roll me either perception if you're just looking around to see what you see? I would accept an athletics if you're trying to burn off some of the stress with your walk around, or you can roll an insight or a religion to just see what your faith, like where it leads you as you wander through town.
Okay, then yes. Okay, well, that's going to be a 6 for religion.
A 6 for religion. As you're wandering around, you just keep looking back at the church, and you aren't sure if you're morally obligated to stay there as a cleric of Ezra and try to fix it as someone who technically doesn't need to sleep.
Oh, that didn't help.
But you're walking through town. So around you, you are seeing a collection of seemingly identical, not quite copy pasted in that they are exactly the same, but in that same size of construction, the same general kind of vibes that are going on. They all seem kind of these idyllic, cute little, almost like you would think a cartoon village or some kind of like Ren fair, as opposed to the grittier reality that you had seen in the previous realm. And you've just got Ivan the Bat fluttering around, who you're absolutely able to say whatever you want to. So what conversation are you having during this walk?
Well, first of all,
and the mists swirl up around you just before you start, giving you a pop culture reference that helps you settle into this moment.
A talking bat. Wow. Fern Gully called. It wants its tertiary character back. I'm just like, this is a cute little guy right here. A lot of weird detached persona. Different from Robin Williams' portrayal of a bat in Fern Gully, but still, I'm taken aback by how cute he is still and helpful. So I'm basically like, you get a lot of flying with those things, eh? With those wings, huh?
And the bat just flutters around and then lands on your shoulder and looks you in the eye and just nods. Right. One thing I will point out for yourself, for a canon Guy Bradford player, you've never heard Ivan talk. Right. Ivan psychically communicates with Tyler, but Ivan is very smart. So Ivan is like nodding it out to you.
Okay, well, I'll keep the questions very simple.
He raises one wing and you get that little hooked thumb at the top. Just it's up towards you.
Okay, so that means yes, you like flying and you've gotten a lot of it. Great.
Nods yes.
So Ivan, I mean, we kind of have something in common here, right? Like, well, I mean, do you exist when you go away? I mean, do you come from nothing?
Ivan just shrugs.
Right. But like, what's it like when you're not existing? Like, are you in like a little kind of like mind palace, or what are you doing?
Simple questions.
Yeah.
Ivan, you just see Ivan think for a moment, and Ivan is going to try to do an interpretive dance. Let me see how Ivan does. Ivan just takes off and soars gloriously, like flutters up high enough to be able to soar like a bird, and then just like lands and holds perfectly still on your shoulder for a moment, and then soars away and then back to like fluttering.
Oh, okay. So you kind of just freeze. It's kind of like you don't really go anywhere. It's just a pause.
And Ivan lands on your shoulder and just bobs his head. Yes.
Oh, wow. You know, because for me, like everything before just a few weeks ago, I mean, it feels like kind of like a pause, but I have nothing to place it to outside of, you know, bit of history here, bit of history there, you know, mad about you scattered around. And I don't know. How do you deal with it? How do you find, like, doesn't it kind of stress you out that there's this moment where you just don't know what's going on? Isn't that kind of freaky? Don't you ever want to unwind, or how do you unwind?
And Ivan just lands on your shoulder, stretches, and then just like lays down on your shoulder and just like clings onto you. Pretty chill.
Oh. Okay, I don't know what to make of that little guy. And I just bop him on his little head and kind of like run my hand down.
And that's when he disappears, because he has 1 HP worth of health and you touched it with a spectral hand.
Oh, fuck! No!
You deleted Adam. Adam was so shocked. Oh, but he's back.
Oh, I forgot!
All right, we're back.
Oh, no, it was perfect.
These hands! I hate these hands!
That's so good, dude. It's so good. We haven't had one of these in a while, and what a perfect
I was on a roll of not.
Shadow Nemesis, can you roll me a perception?
Yeah. Oh, I hope I see this. Oh, isn't my perception? Yeah, my perception's 0. No, I am deep in conversation with Dr. Deputy because I rolled a 6, so I didn't see it.
Dr. Deputy rolls a nat 20. He's like, no, you're going to like this. Shush. And he gets you to shush, and you just hear in the distance, New Rogue just yelling, these hands! Curse these hands! I think he did something stupid.
I high five him and we just laugh and laugh.
Isn't having hands great?
Yeah.
Silly old Uncle Juice doing accidental murders.
Oh my god.
Can I talk to her? Or is it my turn?
Yeah, now. Just you and me, Dad.
Yeah, serves him right for trying to constantly get you on his side.
What?
What? Oh, what? You haven't noticed? He's trying to take you away from me.
But he's my uncle. We're family.
We are family, but I'm like, how best to describe this? So, like, think of family as like a plate of dessert. What's your favorite dessert?
The flesh of the innocent?
Okay, so I'm the flesh of the innocent. I'm the tastiest dessert. And the family, they're still on the plate, but they're like other desserts. Like, yeah, you'll eat them, but you gotta eat your favorite first.
Yeah, so if you die, I eat you first.
Well, in this scenario, yes, but that's not what will actually happen.
Oh, no, they're gonna die first, so we'll both eat them.
Okay, wait. Look, let's continue what we were talking about here.
Okay, family is like food. Yeah, I know the order to eat them in. And now, what's the rest?
Listen, so in regards to eating food, people, whatever, shooting innocent people.
Yeah?
Okay, short answer, sure. Long answer, hold on.
I remember short things.
Long answer, do what I tell you to do. Okay, so if I say, hey, these innocent people deserve to be shot, that's when you shoot them. You don't just run out and shoot them. Or if you just cease, because we need to keep in everybody's good graces. If we just kill things, if we're just too evil, then we're not going to have a family anymore, and they're going to turn against us, and then we'll be the ones being eaten.
Can you roll me a persuasion? But not with a D20, as the mist whirl up around you specifically. Please roll me a D6.
Perspiration?
That does not work on this.
Oh, okay.
Such a good.
All right.
Actually, no. Do you know what? I will allow perspiration to be used on these rolls.
Well, can I not do that now? I rolled before you said that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Well, I rolled a 4.
Okay, so we don't want the family to eat us, so I have to let them kill the innocent people. Otherwise, I'm stealing kills from people who's so important.
Exactly. Okay, so why don't you know what helps me as an actor? I rehearse to remember things.
You're an actor?
Among other things. But yes.
I thought you were the Black Knight.
I am. But
are you pretending to be the Black Knight, or are you actually the Black Knight?
My eyes blaze red, and I grab him, and I am the Black Knight.
Oh my
Never
God.
forget.
Okay,
Okay,
so
now
sorry.
we're going to do a little role playing, okay? So
Okay.
let's just say we go to a town. And
Okay.
there's a lot of innocent people there, and you're in your fun new mech suit that's got like a bunch of guns and stuff like that. We're walking around, and you see some very shootable people. What do you do?
I wait until you guys shoot them, or you tell me to shoot them.
Very good. Very
Or
good.
I wait for you to leave, and if no one's around to tell me what to do, I shoot them.
Absolutely not. No. If you're in a situation where you're like, I wonder if I could shoot these innocent people, find me and ask me if it's okay.
Okay, but what if I can definitely shoot the innocent people?
Did you ask me?
Well, you said if I'm in a position where I could. What if I like will, like bang bang
Nope,
in the head?
buddy, you're twisting my words here, buddy. That's not what I'm saying. The bottom line is ask Shadow Nemesis, me, if you can do anything.
Anything?
Okay? Anything. It'll just make your life so much simpler.
Okay.
All right?
Can I keep walking with you?
Absolutely.
This is great.
It is good. Now, help me find an evil house for us to hang out in.
Okay.
Can you roll me? I would accept perception if you're just looking to see kind of what is around, or insight if you're trying to trust the evil in your heart to find you a place.
Both are 0. So I will trust the evil in my heart, insight. Oh, that is a solid 6.
You also look around and just see a bunch of cottages that look kind of identical and a partially burnt down church. But your little deputy with a second nat 20.
Hey!
Says, way behind the church if you look.
And you go around the church's ruins and you see that there is a small graveyard, all with handcrafted gravestones over them, and a tiny crypt keeper's cottage that is spooky, small, and full of spiders. It feels innately evil. It seems to be the only unkept place in this town.
I just kind of like spider crawl my way down off the building. I'm just like, ooh, all right. I call top bunk, and I want to run into the shack in the graveyard.
Great. You run inside and find a desiccated shack. It's super dusty. There is one cot that is just covered in cobwebs and dust. There is a kitchen area, a small bathroom with a door. It feels like an Evil Dead style cottage. Going in, it's a horror movie set from our world.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay. I'll hold on. I got something in my bag of holding. Don't have like a dagger. I got a steak knife. So I'm gonna take the steak knife and I'm gonna go to the front door and I'm gonna like carve on the front like Chateau Nemesis on the front.
Chateau Nemesis.
Chateau.
Hell yeah.
Fancy.
I love that.
It's a name that is undeniable. The revolver Nemesis is on the hip of Shadow Nemesis inside the Chateau Nemesis. We'll take a quick commercial break right here.
Wow.
With your permission, Shadow Nemesis, your little squire, the doctor deputy, would have run around to collect all of your friends to invite them to Chateau Nemesis.
Oh, okay.
So you have all received your invitations and found your way to the creepy horror movie cabin and the small graveyard behind the half-burnt church.
Wait, invitations? Like we got little cards and stuff? Like you're invited?
No, I mean, he ran up to you, was like,
You gotta go to the Shadow Nemesis. It's over here.
Oh, okay, little guy. I'll be right there.
You guys too.
he says on the way back, pointing to the two of you that come out of Denton Arthur's shop.
Okay, sounds good.
Uh-huh.
Come on, faster. It's a cool place.
Oh, he runs really fast for being very tiny. It's
Yeah, he is as
very
fast as the
adorable.
rest of you. It's just a lot of work for him.
Wow.
So you all arrive at the doorstep of Chateau Nemesis. It has been carved into the spooky cabin. What do you do?
I'm like leaning against the door, like pretending not to notice them. And then just like, oh, hey, gang, welcome home.
I mean, I gave props outside of the game, but in game, Tyler would also appreciate Chateau Nemesis. I point out, like, that's pretty fucking good. That's really good, dude.
Not bad. Uninhabited, protected by that fence over there, and nobody likes to go into graveyards. It's the perfect base.
Is this weird for me considering it's a graveyard? Are there more ghosts here? Is this bad for me right now?
Can you roll me? I would say an
Everyone in the
Arcana.
town is buried here.
Sorry, what?
You roll me an Arcana because that feels like it's your ability to maintain control magically.
It's a 10.
A 10. You can feel that there are more ghosts around you. They're not trying to overwhelm or possess you. You can just tell that there are more ghosts here. It feels like there's something you can't quite make the connection. So it's not an imminent threat or anything like that. So you are standing outside. The thing I will point out to all three of you as you arrive is this is not that big a place. There is one cot inside as you see this kind of dank place.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. It's not very welcoming, but
Oh, well, we don't want to welcome our enemies. That's what I was thinking.
All right.
Good eye, new rogue.
well, thank you. Is there enough room for Rumple Foreskin? I was hoping that we'd be able to get a place for him to come inside.
Oh, right. No, maybe. I think so. I mean, that door's pretty big. You could come in.
If we kept the name Chateau Nemesis, could we maybe look for a place that just had more space?
I
Or
mean,
beds?
okay, well, maybe this could be like my cottage, and then we could look for another place that's like the base.
That's fine by me.
yeah.
Okay, so this will be my thinking house, and
Do you
then
wanna
we'll
leave
find.
Chateau here, or do you want to bring Chateau Nemesis to wherever we call our base?
Okay, hold on. And I'll like.
I hate to chime in here, but just a second. So I don't know if you've noticed, but like we're really hungry.
Hold on, gang. Yes, I completely agree with you. I just need to use the bathroom. There's a bathroom in here. Just hold on 1 second. Don't listen. And I run in and close the door and go to the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
I'm really hungry. Are there brains, or can you just waste everyone's time a bunch? Like it's been days.
Oh, right. Yes, I've been eating regular food, but you haven't been eating any kind of brain food at all. Oh my.
Yes, and have you noticed that you don't even poop anymore? It just goes in.
Oh, I just thought like poop was evil, and because I'm evil, I just didn't need to poop.
No, we get nothing out of that food. That's why we're so hungry and grumpy.
Oh, Well, ooh, hey, I'll tell you what. You know those like zombie creatures that were in the forest, right?
Yeah.
They have brains. Maybe we can kind of like sneak out there, pick up the pieces of the burnt things, and then we can have like barbecue brain.
Honestly, that's like a really clever solution that I hadn't thought of. Yeah, let's do that.
Ah, yes. Okay. Ooh, hey, and I could share that with the group because it's not like I'm eating people. I would
mean,
just
that
be
would-
eating monsters.
That works fine for me. Also, if we could have a snack if you just like stay in here like 2 or 3 minutes longer than is necessary, because you'll have like wasted their time while pretending to shit.
Oh, all right. Well, all right. I'll do that then. I'll just sit down for like.
Yeah.
This is some of my regular bathroom stuff. I'll just be in there longer than necessary, and yeah.
Just on
I
your
made
phone.
a good
You don't have
10.
your phone, but
Yeah. I'm just like I'm going through my bag of holding and just kind of like, oh, you know what I'll do? I have hold on. I go through my bag. I got the rats come from where? A how-to book for the rat hat. So that's what I'm reading as I'm pretending to poop.
that is excellent.
With what you've read and what you've known previously, you now feel like you have a 50-50 chance of being able to control the rats that come out of the hat. But they were destroyed the last time they came out of the hat. So you realize from your reading that you will need to put cheese in the hat before you will be able to summon rats again.
Right, I remember that. But so the next time I poop, I'll get more learning from the book.
That is one way to look at it. You don't have to poop, but you could just read this book on a toilet for no reason.
Well. Okay. All right.
Can everyone else roll me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh no.
Uh-oh. I have to zoom in because my modifier shrank.
16.
I got a 15. A save.
And Del?
I got a 1, which means not only do I not save, I have to roll d4 and see what happens to me with ghosts, which makes sense considering the situation.
Honestly, it adds up.
Oh, I rolled a 4, which is the only good outcome from ghosts, which means within the next 10 minutes, I can ask the spirits about an omen, and it counts as an augury spell.
Ooh.
Okay. So as you are waiting outside for these things to occur, Shadow Nemesis and Tyler. Shadow Nemesis sitting on a toilet reading about rats. Tyler standing outside. You're thinking he might be wasting time in there. You're not sure what it is. New Rogue, you have the same impression that he seems to just be dragging this out for some reason. But Shadow Nemesis and Tyler, you both feel the mists swirl around you and a chill run across your spine as you both take a second point of perspiration.
Wow.
Okay. All right, chat. I see.
Wow.
I see you.
I just think that's the poop happening. Like, whoa, like I just feel like that chill.
Yeah.
Like,
And I'm in a graveyard. Just like, ooh.
I'm like Tyler.
Yeah.
This old spooky house. It doesn't look like it's very well maintained. If Shadow Nemesis is using the bathroom, does the plumbing even work? Or
I
is
don't know
he?
if plumbing is a thing here.
You would arguably both remember, because the challenge has been relatively short, which is that Denton Arthur was working on the plumbing system and was going to consult Adam on it this evening.
I'll tell him to start in the graveyard. It's pretty central. I think you can branch out.
So, Del, with your Nat 1, the spirits come to you and you start to feel the cacophony around you. What do you want to ask the spirits as you feel this wave wash around you?
I need to ask the spirits about a course of action that I take in the next 30 minutes. So I think just thinking about how everything went with the house, with the dolls and everything, I think it just is like, if we all go to sleep here, what could happen? If we all go to sleep here, is that okay? Is what I'm thinking as I'm looking over these gravestones.
You get a sensation of danger, but a ways away. You are not feeling danger tonight, but you are feeling like impending danger in the future.
Okay.
You're like, the interpretation would be that you're okay to sleep tonight.
Right.
At the same time, though, with your Nat 1, you do really have to go to the bathroom. So you were stuck standing outside the only bathroom you are aware of, waiting for Shadow Nemesis to come out so you could use the bathroom.
Well, what's up? Are you hearing ghosts?
Yeah, but that's not the problem. The ghosts are good. I just really suddenly need...
What is it?
I need... Come here. I lean, Tyler, I gesture you to lean down.
Yeah. I'm in there. I'm leaning in. What is it?
I have to go to the bathroom. Like, now that Adam mentioned it.
Oh.
Right now.
Okay, well, I think he's like, I don't know, reading a magazine or something. Hang on. I'm going to go into the shack and just like find the bathroom and just knock on the door. You're like, hey, Adam.
Occupied.
I mean, Shadow Nemesis. Hey, you think you could hurry up in there? We've got like a line forming here.
All right, look, I don't want any turd burglars in my house, all right? So just take it outside. I'm almost done.
Someone needs to use the washroom, Shadow Nemesis. Could you maybe hurry it up? Why does that matter? Could you?
Well, you said someone. It sounds mysterious.
It's not. It's one of us.
Also, that's still mysterious. Also, like the
Del,
longer you
why
talk...
does it matter?
Okay, all right. I just want to know if I want to
Don't act
light
like
a match
it's
or
no
something.
big deal now that you've put the fucking screws to me about who needs to shit. Get up and get out.
Look, the longer we have this conversation, the tighter my butt gets and the less poop that comes out. So
I'm wandering away. I can't listen. If I hear any of this, it's going to make it have to go worse.
So you can keep on talking, and my butt is just going to get tighter and tighter. Or you could give me one more minute to deal with this, and then everybody can go to the bathroom.
Del,
Is there
things are
another
getting
house?
desperate to the point where you can either try to make a run for a different cottage and hope it's open and try to hold it in, or you are going to have to make the Hail Mary to get through this door to get Adam to let you into the bathroom. What do you do?
No, I'm running. I'm running out of this place and trying to find another place.
Okay. I come back out and
There's
I'm like,
only one way.
He says he's only going to be in. Where'd she go?
I don't know what's going on. I didn't hear anything anybody's insane. What's
What do you
happening?
mean you don't know? Where is Del?
She just ran off.
Yeah,
She
we
ran
have-
to you, said something in your ear. You ran inside, and I'm just here holding my hands. Oh, also, I accidentally touched your bat, and he died or disappeared, and I feel really bad.
He's gone. Okay.
I'm
That's
sorry.
okay.
I forgot my power.
And bring him back. He's super chill. I'm sure he won't be mad. I thank you for telling me.
You
need to use
saying
the
the
washroom?
shadow? No, I don't tend to need to go. I feel or eat sometimes or breathe. It's really a luxury. It's pretty much when I want to. I guess I can, but defecation hasn't really been a thing right now. But you want Shadow Nemesis out of the bathroom? Is that the thing?
Well, I did, but now Del's gone, so I guess it doesn't matter. Which way did she go?
She ran that way, and I point exactly where she ran off.
Del, I imagine you booked it towards the closest of the
Closest house,
cottages.
yes.
I will give you a choice. You can roll a Constitution save to try to hold it in,
Okay.
or you can roll an acrobatics to try to just be as fast as you can to get into this house.
Yeah.
Use perspiration. Use perspiration.
I'm gonna do acrobatics, and I guess I'll use my inspiration, which means I get to roll a d6 and see if it goes
Correct.
terribly wrong for me.
That is correct.
Okay, here's the d6. It's a 1. So
All right,
here's
so you're
my
rolling with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
And it's acrobatics. Oh, please.
Oh,
17 and a 7. So I rolled a 10.
A 10.
Call that a sweaty upsetty.
Will that do it for me? At least I'm far away from everybody.
And the perspiration interferes.
Del, it's shocking that it
Yeah.
took this long in
Yeah.
Ravenloft, in a horrifying, terrifying realm. But you dash towards the nearest house, needing to use the bathroom. You leap majestically over the fence, getting to the door only to discover that it is locked. And that is the point where the most horrifying thing of all happens. You poop your pants.
Oh no, Del! Oh no! And that's the episode.
No!
That's the end of this episode, listener, but next week you could become a watcher and affect the Jesters' adventures by joining our Twitch stream, which happens every Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's Toronto time. If you join our Twitch chat, you can give the cast magical items, name NPCs, and decide the events that shape Ravenloft. So, catch up on the story, follow Dum Dum Dice on Twitch, and join our weekly stream right away. Jesters of Ravenloft features the voices of players Tyler Hewitt, Del Borovic, Guy Bradford, and Adam McNamara, alongside Dungeon Master Ryan LaPlante. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Jesters of Ravenloft's artwork was created by Del Borovic at delborovic.com. That's DELBOROVIC. Our theme song is Dark Mysterious Halloween Night by Sound Gallery by Dimitri Taras. And our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR, whose music is available at freemusicarchive.org. For all things Dum-Dums and Dice, including merchandise and how to join our Patreon, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. That's DUMBDUMBDICE. Now get out of here before the mist gets you too!
Dum-Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time: Christopher Little, George Dolby, Richard Cranium, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Logan, Fire Unfriendly, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Stabby Stranger, Glitch Trick, Flynn1138, Alarain Okapi, Schrodinger's Pepper, Guy Edwards, Madre de Gatos, Lady Maiden, Garbo Ape, Locke, Sam Schaefer, Waffle Marine, Dagger Rain, Rob L, Dia De Los Hoodless, Squishy Werewolf, Remy Funky Head, Nomad, the Wise Paladin of the Badlands, Accent Therapeutic Services in Florence, Kentucky, Lael, Shulzari, Gus Schreider, The Long Family, Jordan Oliver, Richard Wright, Brittany Fenwick, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.